Right, welcome back. It's another grey, gloomy day, and that kind of matches the mood, I guess, today. Because today is a little bit of a sad day in some ways. This could be the last video. In 2019, I purchased the Beast, and in that same year, GoPro released the GoPro Hero 8 Black. Nothing in life is forever, nothing lasts forever. This bike and this camera have done far more for me than anything else I've ever purchased, I think, in terms of what it's given me, what it's allowed me to do, and just how bloody well they have lasted. And with that in mind, things are about to change. The bike's not going anywhere, at least not yet anyway. I've always been quite a loyal person. I've found a brand that I really like. I've tended to stick with it for as long as possible, and I've waited to see what calibre came up with next. And I can probably say now that the next bike won't be a calibre. And likewise the cameras. Now, to be fair, I've only had one real action camera. The other one was a bit more of a gimmick, but I've absolutely loved the footage that I managed to get from the Hero 8. But again, like everything, technology moves on, things improve, and if you think you're always going to have the best thing ever, then either one, you're kidding yourself, or two, you've got to have very deep pockets and be constantly buying the next thing. Whether that's a car, whether that's a phone, whether that's a console, whether that's a bike, a PlayStation, a PC, or an action camera. Because by the time you buy the next best thing, the next best thing is probably already in production, probably already even made. It's just waiting to take all your money off you next year, only to find out what you thought was the best thing since sliced bread is now just sliced bread. So this will probably be the last video for the GoPro 8 anyway. Not for anything else, I'm not going anywhere. I love doing what I'm doing. But the camera has done its job, done more than its job, to be honest. I've pushed it as far as I can push it in terms of what I can get out of it, and it's never really let me down. I say that in terms of never letting me down, I mean it's never actually broken, and it's done 2,500 videos and it's still going. The batteries on this thing are very temperamental, a bit like women. That's been the biggest issue I've had with this camera, really. I don't think I've known a ride, probably since I've had the camera, where it's not frozen or refused to switch on without pulling the battery out and putting it back in again. But it has stopped a few rides in the flow, which is a bit annoying. And more recently, I think as the batteries are now getting a bit older, I've had a few bits of video where all it's recorded is the audio and the picture's frozen, which is very annoying, especially when it's your fastest lap ever, on the best trail ever, having the best time ever, kind of. But you get the gist. Am I going to sell the camera? No. Am I going to give it away? Hell no. The camera will be the backup camera, the B-roll camera, because for as old as it is and the limitations that it has on it now, it still does record some bloody good footage in the right conditions. Unfortunately, we live in England. It's either winter or coming up to winter or just coming out of winter for nearly 6 months of the year. So the deal's already done. The camera's already on its way. It might be here by the time I get back from this ride. But this will be the final voyage of this camera. What have I gone for? Well, I've already said I'm a loyal man. But am I? Is loyalty everything? Do you get rewarded for being loyal? You're going to have to watch the next video to find out, aren't you?